Hello Games is known for its epic development journey with No Man's Sky, but the studio's starting point was a stuntman. Joe Danger. It was a simple, fun, and polished indie game that was initially sold on PC and consoles before finding its way to mobile, and its success saw multiple sequels before Hello's gaze became fixed firmly on the stars. Until recently, at least. Around this time last year, the studio returned to Joe Danger for a true gaming feel-good moment, updating and revamping the old Joe Danger games on iOS after the dad of one of its biggest fans got in touch. Hello Games had somewhat understandably been focused on building out the universe of No Man's Sky, and the Joe Danger games had been left to languish. But the reminder that people still cared has clearly had an impact. Hello Games has now relaunched Joe Danger Touch and the sequel Infinity as free browser games, basically preserving the best of the title that launched the studio in perpetuity. It's sad that many games slowly die, said Sean Murray, both Hello Games founder and Joe Danger's creator. And we've been trying to think of a way to let Joe live on forever and reach the most people possible. This is hopefully one way of doing that. We owe this and more to him. If you haven't played Joe Danger, imagine an auto motorbiker, starring an action figure of Evel Knievel. The games are unabashed, sunny good times, and diverting enough even now that I've just spent half an hour testing that the browser version works properly. I'm relieved to say that they do. It's another feel-good moment from a studio that, after the low of No Man's Sky at launch, has motored forward and proven time and time again how committed it is to its titles. The only slightly melancholy element is nothing to do with Hello, but thinking about how many other games have been recently lost in practical terms to things like iOS updates, few of which will receive the love that Joe Danger has. As well as looking back, of course, Hello is looking forward to the future. The studio's next game will not be a No Man's Sky sequel, but every bit as ambitious. This time, however, Hello will probably be doing everything it can to dampen the pre-release hype. RCA, the century-old electronics brand, may be most famous for its consumer products like VCRs. Well, they have now launched a series of electric bicycles, with the unveiling of 3 new models. 2 of the e-bikes are fairly ordinary models, but the third is a more aggressive and higher power e-bike with a striking design. The shift to e-bikes might sound strange for a brand known for radios, VCRs, and other home entertainment products. However, the RCA brand was purchased by a parent company that brings new products to the market using licensing deals with the brands under its umbrella. So it's not necessarily the same company, but it's the same name. In this case, the brand's e-bikes are designed to accommodate a range of rider preferences from outdoor fitness enthusiasts to two-wheeled commuters. Based on the diverse type of e-bikes in the lineup, I'd say that looks accurate. The 3 models include the Go-Go. It's a folding fat tire e-bike, the Explorer is a step-through urban e-bike, and the Dirt E is an off-road e-bike that looks like it got dressed in the dark. Looks pretty cool to me anyway. The Go-Go follows a typical fat tire folding e-bike design, like we've seen plenty of times before. It includes front suspension, a pair of baskets for cargo duty, a rear 750-watt hub motor, fenders, LED lights, a multi-speed drivetrain. The bike's 691 watt-hour battery is mounted just behind the seat tube. The bike folds in the middle of the frame and at the handlebars to create a a compact pile of aluminum and rubber that should fit in most cars and closets. The fat tire should help the RCA GoGo travel over rougher terrain, though the smaller 20-inch diameter wheels won't create quite as nice of an all-terrain ride as the typical 26-inch variety. For riders that don't need a bike that can origami itself into tight spaces, the RCA Explorer might be a better option. This city-styled e-bike has urban tires and uses a step-through frame that should make it easier to mount and dismount. The bike includes front suspension, a fender and LED lights, a rear 750-watt hub motor, and hydraulic disc brakes. It also has a 691 watt-hour battery, and it's integrated into the frame, yet is still removable for charging off the bike. That's something that I like. That way you can always have a couple of batteries and always have a fresh one ready to go. The Explorer does not appear to come standard with racks or baskets for utility use, but mounting points in the front and rear would imply that those accessories could easily be added. The Dirt E is perhaps the most unique of the three new e-bike models. It features functional pedals and thus is still an electric bicycle in the eyes of the law, despite its more dirt bike-like appearance. The full suspension ride includes cast wheels with fat tires and a rear hub motor. The motor is rated for a continuous power rating of 1,000 watts and a peak power rating of 1,250. This thing is going to haul. A typical bike saddle is replaced by something that would look more at home on a dirt bike or trials bike. Despite the off-road look of the bike, it features tires that might be considered dual purpose, yet skew more towards on-road traction. A 60-volt, 20-amp-hour battery is mounted in between the frame rails above the down tube and offers a capacity of 1.2 kilowatt hours. The RCA Dirt E comes with a software-limited top speed to keep it legal in various jurisdictions, but can be unlocked to a maximum of 34 miles per hour. Such speeds would likely only be legal when used off of public streets, however. We don't have prices just yet, but RCA says the bike should become available by late Q2 or early quarter 3 of this year.